In the heart of a small African village known as Amezofe, in the Volta region of Ghana, lived a humble man named Kofi and his beautiful wife Amina. Their marriage was the envy of the village. Kofi was a devoted husband and father, and Amina was known for her beauty, grace, intelligence, and kindness. They had one son, Kwame, who was the apple of Kofi's eyes, a bright, energetic boy with a smile that could melt even the hardest of hearts. Kwame was the center of their world, and his laughter echoed through their modest home like music. The villagers often spoke of how Kofi and Amina had been blessed by their chi with such a perfect family. But beneath the surface, a dark secret lurked, one that would shatter Kofi's world forever. For years, Kofi had been troubled by whispers that began to circulate in the village. The elders, who were known for their wisdom and knowledge of ancestral matters, began to speak in hushed tones. Whenever he approached, they spoke of things they had noticed, subtle differences between Kwame and Kofi, small things that only those with keen eyes could see. At first, Kofi dismissed these whispers, choosing to believe in the love and trust he had for his wife. After all, Amina had been a loyal partner for many years, and the idea of her being unfaithful was unthinkable. But as time went on, the doubt began to gnaw at Kofi. He noticed how Kwame's features seemed to resemble someone else in the village. A man who worked at the local bank. A man who was known for his sharp wit and charm. Kofi's heart sank every time he saw this man. But he pushed the thoughts away, clinging to the belief that Kwame was his flesh and blood. One day, as the sun set over the village, casting long shadows across the fields, Kofi could no longer bear the uncertainty. He decided to ask Amina directly. They sat together in their small living room, where the flickering light of a single oil lamp was casting an airy shadow on the walls. Kofi's voice trembled as he spoke. Amina, there is something that has been weighing heavily on my heart. I need to know the truth. I want to have a DNA test done for Kwame. Amina's face paled and her eyes widened in shock. She had never expected Kofi to confront her so directly with such news. Her mind raced as she tried to find a way out, but the walls were closing in. She knew that if Kofi discovered the truth, it would destroy everything. Their marriage, their family, their lives. Amina tried to protest. A DNA test? What for? Are you accusing me of cheating on you? But Kofi was resolute. This is the only way I can put my mind at ease, Amina. If Kwame is truly our son, then we have nothing to worry about. The next morning, Kofi made arrangements for the test to be done. The village was abuzz with gossip as the news spread like wildfire. Amina's heart pounded with fear, knowing that her secret was on the verge of being exposed. As the day of the test approached, Amina became more and more desperate. She couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, and her mind was consumed by panic. She thought about the consequences of the truth coming out, the shame, the humiliation, the loss of everything she held dear. But most of all, she thought about how she could protect herself even if it meant sacrificing the one thing she loved the most. She decided to be greedy. The next night before the test, Amina made a decision that would forever change the course of their lives. She knew what she had to do, but the thought of it tore her apart. She waited until Kofi was fast asleep, then quietly slipped out of bed and went to Kwame's room. Kwame was sleeping peacefully, his small chest rising and falling with each breath. Amina stood over him, tears streaming down her face as she whispered, "I'm so sorry, my son. I'm so sorry." With trembling hands, she picked up a pillow from Kwame's bed. Her heart shattered as she pressed the pillow over his face, muffling his little cries until there was only silence. When Kofi woke up the next morning, he found Amina sitting by Kwame's lifeless body, her eyes hollow and empty. She had concocted a story about how Kwame had passed away in his sleep, but the truth was written all over her face. Kofi's world crumbled as he realized what she had done. The grief was unbearable, the betrayal too deep to comprehend. The village mourned the loss of Kwame, but the whispers continued, growing louder with each passing day. Kofi couldn't look at Amina without seeing the reflection of his son, without feeling the weight of her betrayal crushing his soul. In the end, the truth came out, as it always does. The DNA tests conducted posthumously revealed what Kofi had feared all along. Kwame was not his biological son. The man from the bank had been Amina's lover, and she had killed Kwame to cover her infidelity. Amina was given the ultimate punishment of death by the village head for killing her son. She was burnt to death in the village square. Her once beautiful face, now a mask of despair. Kofi, heartbroken and alone, left the village as well, unable to bear the memories that haunted him at every turn. And so, the story of Kofi, Amina, and Kwame became a tale of caution passed down through the generations, a tragic reminder of how lies and betrayal can tear apart even the strongest of bonds, leaving nothing but sorrow in their wake. The village still remembers the story, and elders tell it to the young ones, warning them of the dangers of deceit and the heavy price one has to pay when love is betrayed. This is a very touching story. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell notification so you'd get notified when I drop a new video. Also, do not forget to like, share your thoughts in the comment section, and also share to friends and family. Until I come your way again, I remain Amarachi, your favorite storyteller. See you in my next video. Goodbye.